Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attacker Productions. Today I bank up once again by Nick and Fluff.
Howdy, howdy.
What's up, beautiful people?
And today we're going over yesterday's releases, which were more Shadow Dragon stuff, which is pretty cool. And also these releases kind of confirmed both mine and Fluff's hunches in two different areas. For me, we got an idea of a new type of Dragon Ball, and Fluff, the ability that when you neg your battle cards, cool things happen. As a reminder, the leader in this particular engine has an activate main where you choose one of your Shadow Dragon battle cards and up to one battle card or unison. The chosen cards get minus 15,000 power for the turn. This is very important because of the first card that we got on reveals was Nova Shenron, Tenacious Evil, Auto, Limit 1. If your opponent has 2 or more energy, when this card is placed in a drop from a battle area by one of your skills, play this card from your drop, then draw one card. So initially you're able to play this card, you swing with it, use your leader's ability to activate main to pop it, and then replace it, draw you a card, and swing with it again. And you can actually pay this for 1 energy if your leader is a Z leader, or you have 6 or more Z energy. Play this card from your hand for 1 energy. So initially, turn 2 from this point on, if you get I'm going to assume the correct Dragon Balls into your drop area, so your Z energy very quickly, this can be very quick aggro.
I see this being one of the main aggro pieces of the deck. You're going to be able to trigger this off of both the Z Awakened Leader, the regular Awakened Leader, and the 8-drop Shenron itself. You're going to be able to neg this card out, play it from your drop area, get a draw. So you'll swing with it, neg it with one of the 3 effects, play it again, draw a card, and swing again with it. It's actually, it's not bad for 1 energy worth of investment.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is essentially just comes down to how quickly you're going to be able to get this card out. 6 Z energy is kind of steep, but we don't know what the cracked Dragon Balls do, so a lot of that's implying that they're going to be put in the Z energy area. So if you can get this out turn 2, turn 3, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a really good pressure piece for against any deck.
And the counterpart to this card, Ice Shenron, Reanimating Evil, Auto Limit 1, the exact same thing. For the exception is you don't get to draw this time on the play for the auto, but this card does gain crit. So your first swing is going to be a regular swing, and then your second swing, if you activate main on one of the 3 cards mentioned earlier, to kind of neg it out, put in your drop, replay it. It now has crit as a 15 swing, and once again, this is also potentially a 1-cost card, as long as you meet the requirements to activate main, which Z leader or 6 or more Z energy.
Yep. This with Nova and the 8-drop Shenron and the 4-drop Shenron are going to be your main aggro pieces in the deck. Everything else seems to be utility at some point. I guess you can throw Rage in there because the Rage does have critical and is a 15,000 body as well. But those 4 cards are going to kind of be your main aggro engine. So I'm really excited to see how this deck comes together. As Nick mentioned before, it really is all contingent on how quickly you can build up 6 Z energy to be able to play the Ice and Nova for 1 energy apiece.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of crit, so I mean, this card's good for me. Enough said.
So, real quick, kind of touching back on both those cards. I was thinking, possibly, is it possible to do a red-yellow variant of Shenron somehow? Not really sure. But these activate main and their abilities aren't actually locked to a particular color or a particular leader.
Let me look real quick.
While he's looking, what I can say is, since those are pretty generic, we might see something later down the road where these cards just get super cracked in. So it's always going to be fun revisiting cards like this where they have some pretty good effects on their own that don't require much.
Any red deck late game, this is really good too if you have the Z energy for it.
The Omega Shenron Allies Absorbed actually refers to 1 yellow Shadow Dragon with an energy cost between 4 or less.
Okay, so they're future-proofing it.
Yeah, so it is future-proofed, and one thing that you will be able to play is you'll be able to play the yellow Haze Shenron in this deck, where you can combo and pop something with an energy cost greater than the current energy.
Okay.
So you will be able to play that because all it requires is that you discard a Shadow Dragon. And I don't think you'll be able to play Oceanus because she pulls specifically yellow pieces, if I'm not mistaken. 1 mono yellow Shadow Dragon with an energy cost of 8 or less. So you'll at least be able to play the Haitian.
Going to the next card, since we're talking about Hey Shenron, Gathering Evil. Permanent. If your leader card is red Shadow Dragon card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. Initially a turn 1 play for you. If your leader card is Shadow Dragon, when this card is played, draw 1. Place up to 1 cracked Dragon Ball card from your deck in your Z energy, and then shuffle your deck afterwards. So even if you were to play this late game and there's no more in your deck, you still have to shuffle as part of the wording of this card. Activate Battle, limit 1 if your leader card is red Shadow Dragon, and you place this card from your hand or battle area in your drop. Choose up to 1 red Shadow Dragon card in your battle area, and it gains crit for the turn. That is phenomenal. Not only does it draw you a card, it thins your deck out, but you can also use the Activate Battle from the hand or battle area to just give a crit to a Shadow Dragon card.
Mm-hmm.
I love cards that interact with the combo step. I'm a big fan of it. Love Arrival. Love Activate Battle cards. I mean, this is just awesome. If you're able to get in with a big swing, I mean, you pop this guy off, you get some really good pressure on your opponent. Very nice.
Definitely also looks like it's going to end up being your turn 1 play in the deck. Throw this guy down, get another cracked Shadow Dragon, or get another cracked Shadow Ball into the drop area, and then move on from there. So, move it into the Z energy. My bad. But this is definitely going to be your turn 1. You're going to be shooting to cantrip this guy out.
Going to our next card, Super Natron Shenron, Congregating Evil. Love these names. Permanent. If your leader card is red Shadow Dragon card, reduce your cost of this card in hand by 1. Another potential turn 1 play, because the auto is practically the same thing, if I recall correctly. If your leader card is Shadow Dragon card, when this card is played, look up the top 5 cards for your deck, add up to 1 red Shadow Dragon card with energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 red Unison, specific cost of 2 among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it has a way of searching, so this is a good turn 1 play as well for you.
Yeah, it's your standard searcher, I mean, which is really nice, but I think the art is probably the best part. You can see around this horn, he's got Han's little bandana hanging off his head. Very nice touch.
I didn't catch that, yeah.
Yeah, wow. I did not catch that at all.
And going into the last card that was revealed yesterday, Oceanus Shenron, Assembling Evil, Permanent. Leader card is Shadow Dragon, reduce energy cost by 1, making it a 1 play, potentially turn 1 for you. If your leader card is Shadow Dragon, when this card is played, draw 1, place up to 1 crack Dragon Ball card from your deck into your Z energy, shuffle your deck afterwards. This is the counter to the Haze one. Activate main, limit 1. If your leader card is red Shadow Dragon card, your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you place this card from your hand or battle area to your drop. Choose up to 1 red Shadow Dragon card in your battle area, and it gains barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. What's great about this one, that it's activate main, so you can initially play a card. If it's played, immediately proc this effect right away. Now it's protected, and you're going to do whatever you need to do afterwards.
I really like that we're getting this trio of 1-drops that are basically cantrips that also serve a secondary purpose in the deck. The Natron Shenron a little less so, from what I'm gathering. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot to even say about that card. But this Oceanus, being able to give one of your cards barrier, that's pretty significant, especially when you consider putting that 8-drop out that people are going to want to be removing. I mean, putting barrier on an 8-drop basically makes it proof against just about anything in the deck. Or even on the 4-drop, just to make sure your 4-drop sticks around for your push on the next turn. Or one of your little 15,000s, especially the crit Ice Shenron. I just think that's a fantastic effect.
Yeah, one of the things that pretty much I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, you see a lot of cantrips in the game, and a lot of them are pretty good, and they search the right things you want to see, but a lot of times they just kind of sit there, or you combo them off. Like, they don't really have much utility after the fact you search. So this is really nice to see cards that have you can do something else with them besides just letting them sit there.
And I think we talked before, cards with multiple effects are always great, either negate or has a secondary effect, such as the yellow card that we all love.
Power of a Super Saiyan?
Yeah, Power of Super Saiyan. Like, being negate, most people tend to use it for a draw 1, tap a card down. Just having multiple effects is always great. And in my opinion, these cards are actually better in cantrips, because not only are they drawing you cards, they're also thinning your deck out the exact same time. So initially, it's removing 2 cards from your deck for yourself.
Well, and the great thing about them is the activate main on the Oceanus and the activate battle on the Haze don't require them to even be on the field for later stages of the game. So you're going to be able to throw these down on your big boy 8-drop, which I believe he's triple strike, and make him a triple strike crit, or on the 4-drop make him a double strike crit. Like, it's really like you have to respect those triple strike and double strike attacks at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of people will be running multiple copies of each. Like, there's almost no reason not to, since they have so much utility outside turn 1, turn 2.
Yeah.
So I think it'll make the deck not consistent per se, but just really powerful in the fact that there's not much interaction against it.
Well, that being said, thank you for the opportunity. Keep in mind, just buttons down below and on the screen. And hope you're enjoying this stuff, because I kind of like going over these cards as well. And Fluff, lead us out, please.
Yep. So far, loving Syn Shenron. Really need to see what that cracked Shadow Ball is going to do. Hopefully, we'll get that tomorrow along with the rest of the red reveals. So please stay tuned for that. As always, read your cards, know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and Fluff out.